Hi, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for December 19th, 20th, 21st, and 22nd, Monday through Thursday. Now, if you're new to the channel or if you like to cross-watch and you don't want to watch the introduction, which this is, and will be tagged onto all of the readings, then just go right down there. I should have updated the timestamp, so that should just bypass me completely, or at least this part. Now, I hope you will watch it at least once, though, because I try to put some good information. And again, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. I am an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power, God, Holy Spirit, and let whatever comes through come through. Now, I'm going to go and talk a little bit before we get into the cards. I'm going to talk about what's going on in the skies. I do have this posted on my website, in my blogs, but we do have some interesting stuff happening. December 20th. Remember, we are in the shadow of Mercury retrograde. Mercury goes retrograde on December 29th. So we do have that very anything can happen type of energy going on. Mercury has a lot to do with electronics, has to do with messages. So, it has to do with people coming back in. I feel Mercury, when it goes retrograde, it tries to clean up some of the mess. Sometimes it makes a little bit more of a mess before you can clean it up. If you've ever had to clean out your garage, you understand what I'm saying about it before things can get organized. I think Mercury helps to work with karmic energy. When we're in the retrograde time, karmic energy gets resolved, or it works towards resolution. How's that? So we have other things going on. This December 20th through the 23rd, and actually, through the 29th, is going to have some strong energies. We have on the 20th, Jupiter, which has been going back and forth between between Aries and Pisces. Well, now it's leaving Pisces for good, and it's going into Aries, and then it's going to stay in Aries. It's going to transition in and out of that too, but right now it is going into Aries. It is going to be very focused energy. This is a really strong time to write down your goals, okay? Write down the things you want to happen and be persistent. This is the time, just be persistent. I really get this persistent energy here. It's like, every day, put it out there, okay? Because Aries is fire energy, so it's very passionate burning, and Jupiter, is the planet of good fortune. Every day, be like that little drop of water that just keeps hitting that rock until you make a really big indent. Okay, so that's the 20th, 9:33 a.m. The 21st, we have the winter's solstice, or that's for the northern hemisphere. The southern hemisphere has the summer solstice. These are those times where, there's a lot of metaphysical energy going on around solstices. So this is again a time to put it out there. Drop. I know I'm going to be for drop, with that water. Just keep putting it in there. Sun is entering Capricorn, Earth energy, at 4:59 p.m. on the 21st. So we have winter solstice. We have the sun going into Capricorn. So Capricorn is the Earth, so it is about your money, job, career, very tangible energy. There is Capricorns are workhorses. I know that all of us can have this part about us, but Capricorns, they get things done when they set their mind to it. They have to set their mind to it. Capricorn is squaring with Jupiter, and that day also. Now, squaring has a little bit of a, kind of a little bit of a rub. It's like that little piece of sand in an oyster that can become that pearl. So it's kind of like saying, you've got to do it. You've got to do it. You've got to do it. So it's kind of irritating to each other. But because of that irritation, there's a little bit kind of a competition. It's like, well, we're going to get this done. Now, the 22nd, we have Venus in Capricorn trining with Uranus, which is retrograde in Taurus. Again, two earth energies. And Venus, so there can be unexpected relationship energies. And remember, we also have the 29th, we have Mercury going retrograde in Capricorn, going retrograde itself in Capricorn. And when Mercury goes retrograde, which we are in that shadow, many things can happen with relationships. A lot of times that's about, old relationships coming back into our lives. There can be some just really big insights about relationships. Mercury is about electronics. It's about messages. It's a very I don't want to say fluid because it's not. You don't want to put fluids with Mercury. It's a very electric type of energy. So we are in a time when anything can happen, and I do feel when Mercury goes retrograde that there's a lot of karmic readjustment being offered or being done during this time. So we have that Venus. Now on the 23rd, we have the new moon in Capricorn at 5:16 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So again, the 20th through the 23rd, very strong energy, very much if there's something that's just not moving for you or not being put into place or just not, drip, drip, drip. You have to be persistent. Many times we don't get it on the first try, sometimes not even on the second, sometimes not on the 99th, but then that 100th time comes. And then our wounded warrior, Chiron, goes direct. So there's, I'm not really an expert with the wounded hero, the wounded warrior, Chiron, except that there's a lot of self-sacrificing with Chiron, and it's been going retrograde, so now it's going to go direct. So I would say between the 20th through the 23rd is going to be very strong energies, and then we look at our numbers. We have December, which is the 12th month. We have the 20th, so we have a lot of that 2 energy, changes, decisions, coming together. So on December 22nd, 2022, we've got all those 2s. That has to mean something. So very interesting energies going on right now. Now, for the readings, I am going to be using my Radley Valentine decks. I will be using my Archangel Power Tarot cards and my Guardian Angel Tarot cards. I will be using my Inspirational Wisdom from Angels and Fairies. Okay, and there's the Frances Monroe and Judy Mastrangelo, and my Emily Anderson Crystal deck. I will also, just because I was doing this, I was doing some videos, product reviews or card reviews. I don't know what we're going to do with this per se, but for this time, we're going to use the Angel Answers Oracle cards. I do have a little problem with the Angel Answers, is that it doesn't always give you the answer you want it to. So isn't that how life is? So let's see. Now, so that's what we're going to do in the main readings. But for right now, I am going to be using my Rider-Waite Rider Traditional Tarot and my Osha Zen Tarot cards. Remember what I said earlier. These are general readings. They may or may not resonate. Take what you like. Leave the rest. And again, I am an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power, God, Source, Holy Spirit, and, let them take the show. Okay, so let's see. Okay. Holy Father, what do we have coming? We have this one jumping. Remember, cards that are reversed, to me, I believe they have stronger, pay attention energy. So let's see what we have. So the first one that jumped is the Fool, a new beginning, a new start. Believe. It may not necessarily look positive. It may not look the way you want it to be, but just believe. But it is a new journey. It is a new start. So let's see what else we might have here. One more shuffle. Oh, and here we go. And we come to the Page of Swords. All right, so that one fell on the floor. Let's see. How about one more? What else do we have? One other card. One other card. So there is some challenges. What's going on? This has, okay, let's go on. Let's just see what we've got here. Okay. So cards fall out. They want to be read. They want to be seen. The first one we have here is, again, reversed. This is a 0. This is a God source number, so there is something very divine with this. I know 7 is a divine number, but this is a, like you're being put on this path for a reason. You are here at this time for a reason. And if you follow me, I believe that the people that follow here we're basically all light workers. We're all, healers in some ways. There's a divine, we're on a divine journey in many, many ways, and we come together to be encouraged. You encourage me, I encourage you. So the fool doesn't necessarily look to where he's going, but the fool believes that everything will be fine. The sun is shining on the fool. The fool, is, kind of in a little bit of a dangerous position if he's to continue moving forward that direction. But it doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to. The fool just has a love of life, and the fool is, has a lot of faith and a lot of belief, knows that wherever the fool is going will be the right direction, even if there's some hard times for the fool. So something for this week, there's a new direction happening. Now we come to the Page of Swords. Now this is Major Arcana, which is more universal energy. This is Minor, which is more your day-to-day. Now the Court cards have a dual energy. Pages themselves have, their underlying energy is that earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. We're going in, we're having a lot of that Capricorn energy right now. We're going into that Capricorn time. Money, job, career, tangible energy. So that has that earth, that's really grounded energy. Swords is that air energy. That is your Aquarius, your Gemini, and your Libra. And we've been talking about Aquarius and Gemini having Saturn in Aquarius and Mars in Gemini. So that is your air energy. That is your thought processes. That's thinking things through, making some plans. Also could be about hearing news. Okay? So the Page of Swords has this really, maybe hearing news about money, hearing news or about a new job, kind of this, things are in the air energy. The Page of Swords is not necessarily as focused as what he should be, because he's very enthusiastic. So he's kind of like jumping ahead of himself. He's one of these energies that just wants to kind of get there. Doesn't necessarily see the roadblocks, isn't really taking time to think things through, but that's okay. That's okay, because he's got this Fool energy next to him that's saying everything's going to be okay. The Page of Swords does bring about challenges. It's new challenges, new possibilities, but it's okay, because the Fool energy next to him is like saying, come on, we're going to get through this. Let's do this. Your next card we have is the 9 of Fire. So 9 has an energy, so we have a 0990. 9 has an energy of let's wrap it up. We've got this. You just stand firm. Fire energy is our Aries. Again, Jupiter going into Aries. It's also our Leo. It's also our Sagittarius, and we're transitioning from Sagittarius to Capricorn. And again, passionate, burning, very committed energy here. Now, this 9 of rods or wands, some people call it either one, is basically, you can see he's been beat up a little bit. And I don't mean that somebody's jumped. It's just life has given him, this is somebody that has learned from the school of hard knocks, okay? But he is still standing firm. He is not backing down. So whatever's going on between the Fool and the Page, the 9 of Fire kind of tells them, hey, just keep moving. Don't stop. Don't back down. Don't give in. You've earned your right. You are now, you are where you're supposed to be, and you're not supposed to go backwards. So interesting stuff with that. Now, the one card we did not talk about, the one energy, is our cups or our water, which is our Cancer, which Pisces, and our Scorpio energy. Remember, Scorpio is in the southern, or the southern node is in Scorpio right now, so that is about the past, clearing up the past. And we have, we have Jupiter, which is leaving Pisces to go into into Aries. Now remember, that's not changing a direction, that's just moving on. So it is going at its normal pace. So let's see, with Osha Zen Tarot, is there anything else? So whatever this is, there is something that's new and exciting happening. It may be a little bit unbelievable. There's a lot of God source energy here. You have to believe, even if you feel like it's not, like you're not necessarily on steady ground. The page is basically kind of saying, yes, there is a new start, a new beginning. Think things through. There's going to be challenges. So it's not necessarily an easy week per se. There are challenges to this week. And then the Nine of Rods is going to say you need to just keep firm. You need to stay focused. You need to keep moving. You don't go backwards. Do not go backwards. Okay? Don't retreat. And again, I'm really getting, he has been through the school of hard knocks. So let's see, with the Osha Zen Tarot, God source energy, what would you have? Okay. Guilt. So we have an 8, unlimited opportunities, unlimited possibilities. And then we have this woman, or could be a man, but generally more of a feminine energy. Just, oh my gosh, the thoughts. What am I going to do? Where am I going to go? What am I supposed to do? Have I done right? So whatever's going on here is really bringing up a lot of upset. It's really bringing up a lot of, what have I been doing? What have I played into this? So there could be, remember with that Mercury brings revelations. We're not necessarily in the retrograde, but we're getting closer and closer to the retrograde. So it does bring revelations to us, and it's kind of like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that was happening. I can't believe this is happening. And what part did I play in any of this? So it's an interesting energy. I mean, we have this one that's all these possibilities, not necessarily easy, but not necessarily hard. We always have to remember that God's source is guiding us and putting us on this journey. We have to stay firm. And then we get this guilt card. The guilt card, too, though, is about letting go. I mean, you cannot move forward. You cannot move forward if you're stuck in guilt. Okay? Think of guilt as like one of those really sticky spider webs. And we've all seen movies. Well, we've seen movies where we get, where the hero or the heroine or whoever the main character is, even the bad guy gets stuck in gets stuck in their web, the web of deceit, the web. So there's something about this. We cannot move forward if we stick in, if we're stuck in guilt. I'm always talking that fear is a tool of the devil. Well, guilt is another tool, and it just doesn't let you move on if you get stuck in this energy. So this is more universal. So this is what's going on. There's lots of movement happening. We can't get stuck in guilt. We can face it. And then, we can apologize. We can say, yes, that happened. We can acknowledge, but we cannot get stuck in it. If you can't make a change to it, if you can't change the past, but we can learn from the past and we can move on. So, and these are all about moving on. This is saying, don't go back. Don't go back. Guilt, acknowledge it, move on. Okay, so interesting stuff for this week. I'm sorry that I'm on the later side, but I have actually had some a Christmas miracle in many ways. So maybe I'll talk about that on my blog. I don't know. Maybe I'll do something about it. But yes, our garage door came not completely, but it came off of its hinges. And if you've ever had that happen, it's interesting. But again, too, God Source came through, and within, I think, an hour, hour and a half, it was all resolved. And so again, I look at those as Christmas miracles. All right, so please take time to do the like, share, subscribe, clicking on the bell for notifications. We have hit 26,000 and we're staying there. Because like I said, normally it kind of goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down, but we're staying there and we are growing. So thank you to all. We're in this together and we're here to support each other. I hope I support you and help you, and I know that you do the same for me. So let's get started on our readings. Hello, my Aquarians. How are you? Well, I hope wonderful. I want you to do some meditation. I want you to do some breathing, and then I want you to move. Okay? Sometimes you can feel stuck. Sometimes you can feel like I was saying in the beginning, in the introduction. I am talking about guilt, but not guilt per se. You just feel stuck. You feel like you're in a position that you can't move. Breathe, connect with your higher power, and just every day have some movement. It does, little steps make big results, or bring about big results. And we now have a card that has flipped, the Six of Michael. Higher power, what else do you want to say to our Aquarians? What else can we say to our Aquarians? Six of Michael. Six is the number of man. It's the energies you put into something. Michael is your energy along with Gemini and Libra. There's a lot in your energy with that Saturn, but Saturn's about to move again. Saturn's about to make some changes for you. So there's a lot of opening eyes, opening of there's a lot of this third eye opening and feeling like, oh, there's more coming or more to do. There's just a sense of an opening for you. Now, six again, number of man. Michael, your energies. This is all about light at the end of the tunnel, something moving forward. Again, I'm kind of feeling like there's a lot of you out there that's been working on this part, working on maybe even your eyes opening per se. It's like you want to see clearer, you want more your path to be clearer for you, and you're starting to see some openings coming. Okay? Now it could just be there's an opening at your work. It could be that there's an opening at another job that's similar. I just feel that there's like things opening up for you. Okay? So it's the light at the end of the tunnel. Breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans. Relocation or travel. Something that relocation kind of sounds like things. Are you thinking of moving, my Aquarians? And again, I feel like there's an opening happening or shifting around you. Again, next card is the Five of Raphael. So five has change energy, positive, negative. Raphael is water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fluid, emotional, spiritual energy. The Five of Raphael brings you to a point where you just kind of say, okay, I'm kind of getting it. I'm understanding it a little bit more. The Five of Raphael doesn't even say that. Yes, everything happens for a reason. And the five is kind of like, okay, I understand there's a reason. I understand I had to go through this. I understand. I'm coming to grips with that. Can we please just move on? Please, can we move on? I'm tired of being in this in-between stage. I'm tired of just waiting. Can we please move on? But again, it's next to this. And again, it's kind of recognizing, this part. This week's about recognizing this part and coming to grips with it, coming to terms with it. And because of it, seeing it, accepting it, it actually comes to this point where you can now move forward with it. So did I say this? Everything happens for a reason. Release regret and embrace the opportunities for happiness. Search for the silver lining. Okay, last card here. Then was reversed again. King of Michael. King's underlying energy, yours. Michael, yours. Kings are, this is like the oldest, card in the deck. The oldest court card in the deck. Very focused energy. Seeing, again, This is all about you seeing things clearer, seeing your path clearer, seeing where you need to go clearer, seeing your future clearer, seeing your past, your present. You're making great strides in understanding. There's this sense of intellectual understanding happening. There's this sense of I'm getting it, I'm connecting. Now, even though it's, this is what I tell a lot of people, that it's a hard thing, inside your gut, you just don't reconcile things with your brain. It's like, I know that I should, intuition, I know I should go this way, but my brain says and GPS says I should go this way. I know I should. So this is kind of, in some ways, getting in alignment with that brain part, that left brain, right brain part. Okay? It's like you're finally seeing that maybe your own intuition has not been leading you astray. Your own intuition is really what you need to think about. It's really easy to switch back to the brain. And again, there are things that we have to live in the world. So we have to be a little bit logical in what we're doing in the world. But there's the sense of sight here. I feel like you're seeing things clearer, more clear than you have in a very long time. So, King of Michael, and again, I'm kind of getting that third eye. And I know these are all you're making plans. This is more your logical thinking. But I feel like your logical thinking is understanding your physical thinking is understanding more of your metaphysical thinking. So King of Michael, principled, rational, ambitious, respected. Wisdom and objectivity are important now. Stay in your integrity, a situation that calls for honest and open communication. The King of Michael is more linear in his thoughts. He go da, 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 and he does look towards that future, but he brings back the lessons. He brings with him to the present the lessons he's learned from the past. Okay? So again, I feel like this has an opening of your eyes. It's kind of like, aha. It's like, I finally get it. And, let's go on. Let's go on. Let's see. Guardian angels, higher power. What else? Is there clarifying? Is there more to this reading? What can you tell us? What can you tell us? What can you tell my Aquarians here? Oh, we've got 2. Isn't that fun? Here we go. 2. 9 of action. 9 of action was in the introduction. So the 9, you've got everything you need. Action is fire energy, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. So this is about you've worked hard to create the things you cherish in your life, such as beloved relationships, amazing accomplishments, and hearth and home. Rest assured that all these treasures and you are being constantly protected by your angels. In return, Mother Earth, the animals, and the environment need your protection. That's really interesting. So you're being protected, but you need to return the favor to Mother Earth? Interesting. Okay. 3 of thought. Now this is that one that everyone goes, oh, please put it away. Please put it away. 3 has celebration. It has creativity. It has the power of 3. Thought is, again, your air energy. So the thing about it is that it's not as harsh as everyone thinks it is, but it's not necessarily an easy energy. Loving energy surrounds you to heal and comfort you. The sadness you feel will fade away, and then you'll be able to see clearly how important this situation has been for your spiritual growth. Take the time you need to forgive yourself and others so that you can embrace the future with joy. So there is a future. There is joy. You needed to see clearly. You needed some time with that. Okay, let's see. Inspirational wisdom cards. Let's see what we've got here for my Aquarians. What do you have for my Aquarians? What do you have for my Aquarians here? What do you have for my Aquarians? Aquarians. Here we go. Okay. Reversed. Magnolia Fairy. When you release doubt, you will discover the astounding power and strength deep within you. Again, I was talking about that. It's like your brain says one thing, your gut says another. Release the doubt. Release doubt. Okay. Crystal and energies for my Aquarians. What do we have here? What do we have here? Crystal and energies. Crystals and energies for my Aquarians. What do we have? Here we go. Well, black tourmaline, it's my go-to. Protective, anxiety relief, aura cleansing, self-belief. I love it. I love that one. Self-belief. Okay, we're going to use my oracle cards. This is kind of a yes-no. This is going to be more for fun. Don't make any life decisions based upon the answers. But it might give you some good guidance. I have found, my Aquarians, I was using these and they just didn't give me the answers I wanted. But isn't that the way? Isn't that the way? So if you've got a job, if you're asking, do I quit my job? Don't quit your job unless you have a new job to go to, okay? But these are for fun. Let's see. So ask a question, and there's one that's jumping. I will let you know that, come on, you're down there. I will let you know that these are angel guidance, more or less. This is kind of like what frames your question or frames your concern. And then we have these that are more of a time period to give you a little bit. I feel like those are a little more direct. Okay, so let's see. Did you ask your questions, my Aquarians? Here we are. Improving health. Improving health. Now, health can be emotional, physical. It can also be financial, spiritual. Improving health. What did that even mean to you, my Aquarians? Okay. Take a moment. Comment. Let me know what that meant to you. Do the buttons, like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. As always, my Aquarians, always know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.